Oh my goodness, y'all. I have to tell you this story. I have to tell you guys a story. Oh, so I'm in bed. And as you can tell, like when I wake up in the morning, it looks like I've been up all night. Hi, Curly. Anyway, so whatchamacallit? So I had this I was watching TV. It was this cartoon movie where this wolf was bad at being a big bad wolf. And so this magical spell turned him into a sheep. So in essence, he was learning how to be the opposition in order to bring peace and harmony and not harm, blah blah blah. And so in the middle of this movie, my internet went out again. And if you were following me last week, my internet went out after I posted something on Facebook. And so I don't know, some people are like, "Oh, Aaron, stop going into theories. It can be." I'm like, "Look, anybody with your IP address could type it in the search bar of your internet." Anyways, that's another story. So I decided, okay, I'll turn off the TV. And then I'm thinking, okay, my spirit guides, the ones who give me all these coincidences and all these annoying, like, messages, subliminal messages, when your ancestors or angels, you can't see them, but then they're around giving you, like, hints. So I'm going around this whole story because I just woke up and I'm like, bleh. So, first of all, my charger for my iPhone would not work. I had it plugged in for like maybe an hour. And this all happened literally within that hour that I was watching the cartoon. My chargers decided not to work. I have two of them. So then I'm like, oh, great. So I'm going to have to wait till the morning and go buy a charger. So then I have a tablet. So I turn on the tablet and I was listening to these, what they call brain waves. It's actually been my therapy the last month. Like literally putting brainwave, pure sound, sleep. And I put the tablet near my pillow. And it's cool because the vibrations actually go to your head, and neurologically, it'll tell your nervous system to calm down. So that's actually working for me. So I'm about to fall asleep, right? And then all of a sudden, my tablet stopped. Like the YouTube stream got interrupted. And I was like, you know what? I'm over this. I'm so over this. And then I'm thinking, spirit guides, what are y'all doing? And then it occurred to me. I was like, if anything's in spirit, it's not going to attack you. If anything is in spirit, it's not going to interrupt your day because benevolent presences, their contract is not to intervene. So this whole time I've been saying, thanks a lot, universe. Or the universe is telling me something. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to apologize because it's not, the universe would not offset you to where you have to reconnect yourself to your vibration. Meaning, my vibration was Aaron wants to watch or just have something in the background to bring some enlightenment and some calmness before I lay down and go to bed. So I posted something on Facebook saying return to sender because that's if people are spiritually in tune, you should always have a return to sender mantra because you never know who is being shady towards you offline, and you never know who is boiling oranges and sending curses to you. Like, I think people who really stand out are constantly under psychic attacks, which is, to me, kind of normal. Some of this dialogue may not be for everybody, but it's the kind of world where people need to start understanding that we've been the Salem witch thingy still. You know, we've been gypsies. You know, King Solomon, Eckhart Tolle, Aleister Crowley, all these people who knew mysticisms talked about it for a reason. So, in hindsight, I just said, let me just turn off my tablet. I'm going to just lay here and go to sleep. So, I was laying, and then the thunder happened last night. We have this weird on off rainstorm. And so, when the thunder was hitting, I said, maybe I'll astral project myself. If you guys know what astral projection is. So, I lie flat on my back, kind of like how my bed is. I like this bed. So I lie flat on my back, and my palms are facing the ceiling, and I'm just thinking about connecting to source, connecting to the divine creation, which is the world. Astral projection's fun, but then guess what? You get intervened by other sources. I don't know, but I was getting sleep paralysis, but I wasn't on my back. So I astral projected the thunder, the rain. That was like really cool because I was able to feel Mother Nature, which is what I really think astral projection really is really connecting to nature. And so I'm finding that astral projection really is a good grounding mechanism, right? Lydia, I'm gonna add you to my. I have a group where we talk about this stuff all the time. But I rolled to my right side. Oh no, my left side, which I know it helps the blood circulation slow down. Like, because I was having a little bit of anxiety when I came out of my astral projection. So when I lied on my side here, the sleep paralysis, it was almost like a big hand grabbed my whole body, and I literally was like, and this was the strongest the strongest sleep paralysis I've ever felt in my life. It spooked the poop out of me. Well, almost. But it was kind of like, it was like the sleep paralysis where I know how to break it. I use my eyes to, to snap out of it. But I haven't had sleep paralysis probably in 6 months, which I was like, yay, because I was getting it every day a few years ago. So I thought, wiggle my eyes. And then I had to call on the blood of Jesus. I had to be old school. And this one was like, Lord, cometh and, and have an intervention because Bonquisha is not having it right now. So it was kind of strange because I was trying to fight it. I'm always scared to go in sleep paralysis. And I think a lot of sleep paralysis has a lot to do with people who've had anes- anesthetic procedures like surgery or even suffocation in the past. Oh, yes. I know I'm all over the place when it comes to spirituality because I welcome it all. But when it comes to a deliberate attack like that, it's like, oh no, But I believe that anything can be performed on you when you're in a paras. What's the word I'm looking for? A parasympathetic paralysis type situation. Sometimes that causes what do they call it? The stigmatic experiences in your dream state. So, yes, open channel. Because basically, my realization of sleep paralysis is when all the chakras are completely aligned and they're completely like in their perfection, in their, it's almost like they're so perfectly balanced and cleansed that the channel that comes in is so intense that your chakras have no other option but to open. And so that detachment from the opening of your chakras, yes, does cause that spinning. And then you're just kind of like, you're in place, but you feel like you're in a tornado at the same time. So I was freaking out. But I guess my my spirit guides were trying to allow me to say, this is this is kind of like the barrier, the boundary where people who are on this ascension, this is like the process of understanding the missing link in terms of the chakra system. The goal is to have them opened, but then there's no path of physically ascending anywhere because we're in a dome. So I think there's a conflict of interest, which is why the paralysis has us like in a stuck mode. We're kind of stuck like that. We can't move. Otherwise, boop, we'd be out of here. So I relate that to I guess the storyline in the Bible when they say Jesus resurrected, rose from the dead, and whoop, there was no. Essentially, there wasn't a dome, or maybe he was just the only person who had to like get out of it. But my dream was kind of funky because I've been doing these techniques to remember my dreams. So every time that I see a visual while I'm sleeping, I'm literally trying to believe it as if it were a memory, believe it as if it did happen. And so it takes like a couple of days to do that. It's actually pretty cool. And then when you remember your dreams, then you're able to learn what your body is trying to communicate with yourself. I've been having dreams about fighting these things off, like these. It's almost like these, not zombies, but it's just like there's people who are turning in my dreams, and they're just like, rah, like out of nowhere. And as I'm talking about my dream, I totally forgot what it was about. But I knew I was at a long table, and there was someone on the end, and they were explaining something to me. And then we got interrupted by someone kicking the door and rah! And I remember taking out a gun. I was like, boom, boom, boom. But the gun didn't have bullets. They were like orbs of light. And the orbs of light were dissipating the people head to toe. Yes. So I believe like in the astral we're doing this type of work, the subconscious subconscious allowing is kind of like what I feel like it is the subconscious allowing. Like we're going into these depths of our own dark sides and the dark side of the earth frequency, because it is third dimension, third density, which is below 4, and we know fourth density is astral. If you think when people say, I know a lot of people say purgatory doesn't exist. Well, purgatory is it is a portion of the fourth density where everything has permission to cross into the astral, whether it's good, bad, demonic, or holy. It is a realm before the third, which is why we're able to open our channel and connect and cross over and come back to our physical body. I know, right? We can talk forever. Sometimes you may be trying to. So I do have some issues, but that's why I admire this pandemic situation, because I'm able to allow myself to go into my negative thoughts as a way to confront my negative thoughts, or as a way to, because I believe we have, I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I believe we have a shadow side, and it doesn't mean evil. It's just everything has a shadow, kind of like my ceiling fan. That's us. But then we also forget we need to take care of those portions as well, those far depths that we ignore. And so, what I started to realize is yes, the shadow work. It is also allowing yourself to be your shadow in order to allow your shadow to do something for the greater good, if that makes any sense. I'll give one good example. Like, let's say, because some people, they've been drinking in the pandemic, and some people have been going, oh my God, I've been drinking too much. I've been drinking too much. But then, in essence, my example is allowing yourself to go into the depths of, because alcohol is a spirit, right? But then to not condemn and demonize yourself is the way to bridge your light into the shadow and actually integrating the shadow with reality. Because I think we have this conditioning of our reality that tells us the shadow's bad and the shadow's evil and you're going to hell because you're not supposed to be the shadow. There's nothing that ever says that we're not supposed to be anything. We're supposed to be an expansion of everything. In essence, if God or creator, prime creator, divine essence, if he created everything in his divine image, he's also shadow. But also, people who dwell into the shadow, let's say they have coping mechanisms, they're in a corner and yearning for love and attention. Not the negative attention, but the necessary importance of what love does for our souls, our life. It love is the most powerful tool ever. You know, anyone who's in a horrible disease type situation, whether it's addiction um, um, or or people who are harsh on themselves, stifle self sabotaging thoughts, destructive behavior. They do that because there's not a huge amount of love. And that's why it's important to recognize the shadow because the shadow wants love as well. So, what I mean is, say that there are two of you, there's two versions of you. There is in my mind, that's what I think parallel universes are. People think, or people say that there's other universes parallel, blah, 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 or we jump timelines and whatever. But I really think parallel universe just means that there's a side of yourself that exists in the shadow. And then, oh, now my live stream's not going to work. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Anyways, my alarm went off. Okay, cool. Yay! Because usually, like, when my alarm goes off or my phone rings, my sound gets cut from this phone. Okay, woo. Um, Last thing that I wanted to say. In my dream that I had, it was my friend Bill. Bill is one of my career mentors. Excuse me, I'm getting my Jesus hiccups. This is when I'm getting downloaded messages. So my friend Bill was in my dream, but I also I saw him and his family on the weekend, and he said every day your job is to not say anything negative about yourself. And he said even when you feel like it's about to come up and you're about to say something negative, don't do it. Or if he says if you're around people and you think it's funny to make fun of yourself because you're thinking something negative, or if you're trying to diffuse being negative by making a funny gesture about yourself because it's positive to you, don't do it. And so that's why I was just really waking up to realize my dream and the physical experience that I had in my apartment and the astral projection. It's all the same thing. Basically, everything is trying to allow me to not dig a hole and let that hole be here inside myself. And I just want to share that with everybody. I know times are hard. I know things are really challenging our mental right now, but we're giving this permission to work inside of ourselves and talk out the crazy and all the cuckoo stuff that we say in the different symbolisms that we define as our journey. I say just go with it. I see a lot of people who get afraid to express and talk about their cuckoo crazy journeys, or they live through their soul path and all that stuff. They have a purpose, but then they kind of put these boundaries like, oh, I don't talk about that. Mm-mm. And then here's my proof of this, and I'm stop yapping. We're on a social media platform that retaliates, in my opinion, when you speak on terms of physical truth. There's a physical paper trail that can go to something that will bring truth. And that's the proof that I have that yeah, we're on to something and they don't like us talking about it. That means it's correct. We are in an as above, so below. So I have to understand everything that is backwards right now is forward, and all the things that are told to you to move forward, it's actually moving you back. Like the movements we all have, or the cancel culture, it's bringing up things of the past to bring us back to the awareness of what happened in the past. But then those things are going to be roadblocks of the future. You can't move forward. Where did that come from? I guess I'm channeling messages now. Yeah, they say we need to move forward as one, as a unity, and it's like, yeah, but these movements only set people back. I don't know. I was into the Meghan Markle story. I kind of wish that she didn't say that she was dealing with racism, because then that ignited a whole firestorm the last 2 days. And I think when I go into these astral states, I think I'm just receiving all the different people who don't understand what's really going on. And the fact that I'm so attracted to wanting to help people build bridges of understanding, I think unconsequently I get trapped. And so that's kind of what I think was happening yesterday. I was trapped, like not knowing what to do, but then I couldn't do anything. Now the other part of my dream is coming in. Yay! So now it's making sense. So in my dream, I had a friend, another friend, I forget his name. There's always like this person in my dreams, and it's like I've known him forever, and I don't know him in the physical. But I had those rolling laundry basket things. You put your clothes in them and you roll them around the laundromat. So our job was to take one from one location to the other. And then there was a part where I had to separate from my friend. This is such a weird story. I go to this theater because I have to perform at a show. And so my friend had to take this laundry basket down some stairs, and I don't know, it's ugh. So I'm understanding now the dream is really in the present moment. I don't have dirty laundry. The overall feeling and emotion was like I was so relieved that I didn't have to carry that basket around anymore. That there's always someone in an angelic form that can do the work for that can do that part for me, because there are higher realm benevolences and clairvoyant presences, that that is their that is their gift to do those things. So it was nice that I woke up kind of like with an allergy. I call it a psychic cold, because I was like, ugh. I was coughing all night. I was coughing, sneezing, rolling around. But I think I was. It was a good attack and it was a bad attack at the same time. I was attacking myself in my sleep, which is funny. So it was nice that everything purged out this morning. Hi, Joanne. Girl, you missed the whole rabbit hole that I just explained right now. Lydia, my great friend, she put up with all of it. But I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Because I really needed that validation that a lot of times we talk crazy talk because it's between us and the universe, which is still uncertain and unknown. But we don't know everything. Everything's still a possibility. So why not talk cuckoo crazy? Oh, I was, oh, Joanne. So long story short, I was explaining how our body goes to these physical states in order to have these dream states. And then our dream state sometimes invites us to go out of body. So I was kind of going through three different extremes at one time. And then I woke up kind of with an allergy. Bye, my love. I got bit by a spider. I think I did got bit by a spider. My leg. And then after this, I gotta go because I have to get ready for. I thought I got bit by a spider. I was scratching myself yesterday. Oh, here it is. Ooh, it's right in here. It's not like surfaced, but you can tell that my skin's irritated. Ooh. Maybe spider bites give you weird dreams, huh? Anyways, I gotta get ready for class. Toodaloo. I'll have a I guess I'll go live later on today. I gotta go buy a phone charger because this phone cord it's no longer working. Oh, you're passing by where I live. I have to go to Torrance. Go live. Yes, ma'am, you are the president of my live streams. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I have to get prepared for class because I don't like dancing with the mask on. And I woke up with a little allergy because I moved my bed by the window and then it rained yesterday. So I think I was breathing in the draft. Yeah. Anyway, I got to figure out how to get to the studio because the rental car place that I go to didn't have a car available. Now I'm rambling. Girl, bye. Bye, everybody. You have a good day, too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Join us next Thursday. Okay, toodles.